Welcome. I'm Leanne. I'm going to guide you through this yoga practice today. Taking a comfortable position, sitting, kneeling, lying down. When you're ready, close your eyes. Let yourself settle downwards into the support of the ground, and let your awareness settle inward. And then as you get a little quieter, what do you observe? This is how we know ourselves. We get still, quiet. We notice what we notice. Right? One way to know ourselves a little better. How are you? Follow your breath. Let the abdomen soften to receive the breath. So the breath is low in the body. It's slow. It's light. So the breath isn't big and full and deep. It's just low and slow and light. And can the breath feel smooth? You smooth it out. Maybe like a gently flowing river or a wave that's washing up onto a beach. So that breath flows in, flows out. Not efforting, just smooth and gentle, allowing the breath to breathe you. So bring this quality of flow into your practice today. And remember, we can always come back to this gently flowing breath. Okay, shifting yourself up so that you're sitting. We're going to slide the feet so that they're either facing each other or together. And you could have your hands in front of you on your legs, or you can have your hands beside you on the floor. And we're just going to let the knees lift and lower. So away from the floor and towards the floor. We're moving our leg bones in our hip sockets, just loosening up and taking that moment just to feel how that feels. How does that feel in your hips today? Right and left. And then let the legs rest down. So just relax. And then we're going to pick up the left leg. So you can tuck the right leg under, you can stretch the right leg forward, whatever is easier for you, but we're holding the left leg in the hands. And we're just going to rock that left leg from side to side. So your thigh bone is moving wide and then in towards your midline. So it's not your whole body rocking, it's just your left leg. Just to be in that hip, and sometimes our leg is closer, depending on how our body feels. Maybe the leg is further away. Just loosening up in our hip socket. Okay, and then hold behind the thigh. So you can interlace your fingers, tuck it behind that left thigh. So the foot is just out in front of you now. And can you move out that left ankle, left foot? So you might circle the foot both directions. You might move the top of the foot towards you and away from you. Just move the foot and the toes in all the ways that you can, just to wake it all up. Okay? And then we're going to take the left leg and we're going to take it wide and let it come down to the floor. So fold the right leg in. A little activity in the left leg. So toes and kneecap point up towards the ceiling. Bring your left hand down to the floor on the left side. Your right hand's going to start at your right hip. So you're tipping to the left, opening up the right side, and we're going to drag the fingertips of the right hand up the right side of the body, just as high as you feel like going. So that could stop at the shoulder or at the crown, or that right arm can reach further. So just listen to your body. Give your body the support it needs. Right leg is resting. And just feeling that space in through the right side. Breathing. Slow and smooth with the breath. And then we'll lift back up. Okay. Left leg can come where you're comfortable. We're going to pick the right leg up now. So hold the foot and the knee in the hands. Rock the right leg from side to side. So your pelvis is staying still. Your right leg is moving towards your midline, away from your midline. And sometimes we're closer in, sometimes we're further away. Wherever that right leg ends up is fine. Okay, we're going to let go of the foot. We're going to hold the right leg behind the thigh and then move at your right foot. So you can circle the foot in both directions. We're going to relax your shoulders, sit yourself up tall, move the top of the foot towards you and away from you. That sort of point and flex movement. You can see if you can spread out your toes and wiggle your toes. Okay, and then bring the right leg down to the floor so that it's wide out to the right side. Left leg is folded in. Okay, we're going to tip to the right this time. Drag the fingertips of the left hand up the left side of you. You're choosing where you want that left arm to reach. And maybe you're going to straighten the left elbow. Maybe you're going to bend the left elbow. But you want to be creating some space down through your left side, letting your left leg relax. Okay, lifting up. Come on up into table pose. So onto hands and knees. Finding your neutral spine, so your pelvis and your ribs and your head all in line, shoulders back. Okay, we'll come to cat and cow, but we're going to let the pelvis lead the way. So you can let the tail tuck and the lower back round, and then the middle back, and then the upper back, and then try to move your head last, and then try to move your pelvis first. Roll it forward, and then lengthen up through the abdomen and through the chest, maybe gently lifting the chin into your cow pose. Okay, tuck your tail around your back. See if you can get a little sequence happening up through the spine just as best you can. Okay, pelvis moves first into your cow pose. So do one more. So tail tucks, spine rounds, and then pelvis rolls forward, and then the body follows into your gentle back bend. Okay, find neutral, and then step forward with your right foot into a lunge. You can use blocks under your hands if you like. You bring your head above your heart. So your left knee is on the floor. And then we're going to slide the hips backwards so the right leg straightens out so the bottom of the foot can come up, but the right heel can stay down. So if you need less fold there, put some blocks under your hands so that you can be higher up. Okay, now rock back to your lunge. Lift your head and your heart. Take your breath in. And then exhale, slide back, rock back. Okay, inhale, come forward. Lift your heart. Exhale, take the seat backward. Okay, inhale, come forward, stay here, breathe. Okay, bring your right hand to your right leg. Okay, gently turn to the right And then unwind your turn. Turn back so that you're facing the mat. So you're rotating your rib cage. Turn to the right, and then undo your turn. Okay, and then one more turn. Stay. If you want to lift your right arm up, you can. Or you can leave that right hand on your leg. Okay, unwind your turn, right hand down to the floor, come back to table pose. And then we'll switch sides. So bring your left foot forward. Come into your lunge, lift your heart. Take a breath in. As you exhale, walk your weight backwards. So left leg becomes straighter. Inhale and come forward. And exhale and slide backward. Come on, forward. And backward. Okay, and then last time, forward, stay forward. Bring your left hand to your left leg. Okay, so right now your heart is facing forward, your rib cage is facing forward. You're going to turn it towards the left side. So turn left and then undo the turn. So you're facing back towards your mat. Turn towards the left and then undo the turn. Okay, and then one more. So turn left. If you want to lift the left arm, you can, or you can leave the hand on the leg. Okay, undo the turn. Come on back to table pose. And from table pose, can you take your knees wide? So you're going to swing your big toes together, walk your knees wider apart, and then take your seat back towards your heels. Come on down to your forearms. And then if you can, you're going to just drop the head down. So the head could come to the hands or the head could come to the floor. So you're in child's pose with your head supported and your knees are wider than normal. Let's see if you can have that smooth breath come into the tummy. So relax your belly. Breathing in, breathing out. Just the flow of that breath. Taking your time so it's slow. Okay, and bring your head back up. And then we're going to come on up to standing. So you can get up to standing however you would like to. Whatever the best way for your body is to come on up to vertical. And we're going to do some balance. So if you'd like to step off your mat closer to a wall or a chair, you can. And you're also welcome to be on your mat. So find yourself in your mountain pose. So feet underneath hips. Okay, just relax. And then we'll stand in our right foot and we'll lift our left knee up in front of us. So that left leg is going to come forward and then the left leg is going to move backward. So left leg forward in front and then left leg straight. So straighten the knee and move the leg back. So lifting up and taking the leg back. Okay, do one more and pause this time with the leg up in front. Okay, pause with the leg back. So you're breathing. And then from here, can you take that left leg and tuck it behind the right leg? So left is behind right. If that's not comfortable, your feet are hip width apart. Okay, feet are flat, knees are not locked. Right hand up, no, left hand up, right hand is at the hip, tip to the right side. So opening up again through the left side. Feel your feet on the ground. Breathing here. Okay, come on back to vertical. Unwind your feet so you're back in mountain pose. Stand in your left foot. Lift your right knee up in front. and then take your right leg back behind you. Okay, so the knee bends as it comes up, and then the leg straightens as it moves back. So forward and backward. Okay, lifting up and leg coming back. Okay, and one more up. Just pause. Make sure you're breathing. Okay, take the leg back. And now tuck the right leg behind the left leg. Or you're in mountain pose. Feet are flat on the floor, knees are soft. Right hand lifts, left hand to the hip, tipping to the left side. Open up your right side. Okay, come on back up. Let the arms come down. Okay, can you unwind your feet and bring them right next to each other so that they're touching, or so that the big toes are touching? Okay, we're going to take a breath in, let the arms lift up in front of you, and then exhale and let the arms come down. Okay, inhale and lift the arms up and tip to the right side. Okay, come on back up and let the arms come down. Okay, inhale and lift. Exhale to the left. Inhale and lift. And exhale and relax. Okay, take your left foot and step it back and turn and face the long edge. Okay, so you're wide on your mat now. Feet are parallel. And we're going to put our hands at the sides of the hips, and we're just going to let the hips rock from side to side. So the pelvis actually gets to slide in each direction here. So if you don't feel a lot of movement, try bringing your feet a little closer together. You might find you do this easier to one side than the other. Okay, come to the middle. All right, next we're going to come to warrior two. So take your left leg and turn it so the knee and the toes of the left foot are pointing down the short end of your mat. You're going to bend your left knee. Okay, lift your arms if you like. Just sink down, feel your feet on the floor. Relax your toes, lift the arches. Okay, straighten the left knee, and now come to triangle. So you're going to let the pelvis tip to the left side. When the pelvis and the ribcage stop, just drop the left hand. Okay, right hand can be where you like. It could be at the hip. It could be reaching up. Or you might want to turn your head so you're looking at your left foot. The sides of the body are long. Base is stable. And how's that breath? Okay, press down through your feet, lift yourself back up, relax your arms, switch your legs. So turn your left leg so your toes are pointing to the long edge of your mat, turn your right leg so the knee and the toes are pointing towards that other short end. Bend the right knee, float the arms up. So sink down. What do you feel in your body? What are the sensations? Okay, straighten the right leg. Tip the pelvis to the right side. Rib cage comes along with pelvis. When pelvis stops, spine stops. Drop the right arm. Choose where you want the left arm to be. So hand at the hip or arms in a T. Turn your head to look at your right foot. You find a smooth, slow breath. Okay, press down, lift up, dropping your arms, bring your hands to your hips, turn your right leg so your feet are parallel on a balance beam, tip over. So a wide-legged half fold. If you would like to keep your head and heart up, then drop your hands to the floor or a block, or you can come upside down. if that's comfortable and accessible for your back. Okay, from your folds, can you lower yourself down to your mat? And you can come sitting with your feet on the floor in front of you. You can just loop your arms around your legs for a moment. Lengthen your back. As little work with the arms here as you can. And then just rock back. So just catch your balance with your feet hovering above the floor, and you're welcome to stay here. If you want a little more, you could tuck your hands under your thighs and let your shins come on up so that they're parallel to the floor. Shoulders are back, spine is long, breath is still flowing. And if you need to lower the legs a little to let the breath flow, then try that. When you're ready, you can lower the feet down to the floor and you can come onto your back. You can give your knees a hug. And then you're going to put your feet on the mat. Find a nice, comfortable, neutral spine. If you want to put something underneath your head, you can. A small cushion or a blanket or a towel. Okay, so feet on the ground, spine neutral. And we'll pick up the right leg. So interlace your fingers, place your hands on your shin or behind your right thigh, and hug the thigh bone in. Relaxing your shoulders, your jaw, your back. From here, come to half of your happy baby pose. So you're going to let the right knee go wide so that your right arm is on the inside of the right leg. Take hold of your foot or your shin. Now you could stay there with your heel dropping towards your right sitting bone, or you can move the lower leg so that the bottom of the foot faces the ceiling. Okay. Thigh bone is wide, sinking the knee towards the floor, relaxing the shoulders. Soften the jaw, the eyes. And then let the right foot come to the mat. And we'll do the same thing on the left side. So hug the left leg in. Be mindful of your knee. Okay, half of your happy baby pose. So take the knee wide, left arm on the inside of the leg, so you can hold the lower leg and just let the heel be dropping and work on the wide knee part. Or you can open up the knee and let the bottom of the foot face the ceiling. So that shin bone straight up and down. Okay, it's like an upside down half squat. So we're in that left hip. Breathing easy. Okay, let the left foot come back to the floor. Let the legs fall open. So right leg's going to the right, left leg's going to the left, and then let the legs come back up. Okay, let the legs fall open, relaxing shoulders and back. Okay, slowly let the legs come back up. Do one more. Let the legs fall open. And then let the legs come back up. Okay, knees are going to go both to the left side, so a little twist. So you might want your arms in a T. And then when you're ready, knees over to the right side. So a little twist to the right. Shoulders easy. And then feet back to the mat. Okay, come on into whatever position you'd like to relax in. So you can take your legs out down to the floor if you want to. Tuck something under your knees if you like. If you're not comfortable on your back and you'd like to come to your side, then you're welcome to do that. You can also come into a different pose like child's pose. Just give your body some support. Feel where you're touching the floor. Allow your body to relax and rest through those contact points into the ground. So resting. Let yourself notice the stillness here. The stillness that comes and we just settle and we stop moving. And can you also notice what is not still? So where there is movement in you still, what is still flowing or moving? Right? So that could be physical things that you might be able to sense, like breath. Blood is moving through us. Lymph is moving through us. There's all kinds of fluids in our body and in our cells. So sensations are moving through us. Maybe you notice sound moving through the space. And then play with noticing the opposites. So notice the stillness again. And the movement again. And how these things are both true in us at the same time. They can both be here, stillness and movement. And letting go. Letting go of tension and effort. Just notice your breath. So slow, low, light, smooth, flowing in, flowing out. Is it a little easier now? Notice how you are at the end of your practice here. What's different? And how are you different? And then when you're ready, whether it's now or in a few minutes from now, just letting go of your practice. You can gently begin to move your body however it wants to move, taking your time, maybe stretching or rocking. At some point when you're ready, come on over to your side. From your side, top hand pushes into the floor to bring yourself up to vertical. And then just take a moment, if you can, at vertical, just to let your body find its alignment here. Find your breath here. And taking your time when you're ready, you can move back into your day. Thank you for practicing today.